Hi, this is Praios, and yeah, welcome to another session review. I changed some settings, so now the screen I'm showing you is way bigger. Let's also try if the chat is working. It is, so that's nice. The screen now is way bigger, so you might have issues if you watch this from mobile devices, but if you watch it from a PC, that should be fine. And yeah, I will not have to move stuff around that much anymore, so this will be easier for me. Not sure if it's easier for you, but yeah, I mean, not many people watching anyway, so why should I care? I mean, if people want to get educated and learn a lot about Pokémon in Omaha, then they got to take it, and otherwise, yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's look into this one. By the way, I want to put a bit more structure in and learn in a better way, and yeah, down to that many random hands, and just look into general spots later. But first I want to go through a few hands, and yeah, let's see what happens. So that's our first hand. So single raise pot will be small blind versus big blinds. Single suited board and 6-5-5, and yeah, the small blind should check very many hands. Makes sense, as he's not supposed to hit this board very often. And now it's on us. We should bet about 50% of the time, and if we have 10, 9, 7, 8, I suppose we probably bet. Yeah, we bet 50%, which is what I did. And yeah, now I want to know what I got to do if I face a raise. And yeah, even with my hand, there's still a lot of folding going on, as it seems. If we got a big heart, we fold. What? Ah, okay. In this case, we like the small hearts more. That's at first glance was surprising to me, but if you think more about it, it actually makes sense. Yeah, because 7-8 has two possibilities to make the straight flush, and with a straight flush, we could still outdraw full houses. But not 9-7 is supposed to call. I think I just folded in the hand, but yeah, I also suspected that this probably should be called. What happens on a blank? Let's put this one in, and let's assume that he bets again. Then we still fold. What happens? Let's go through some turn cards. So what else makes sense? Let's say it's a 2 in hearts. He elects to bet, and what do? Call some, fold some. We like the hands with 3 hearts, especially the ones that can still make the straight flush. So yeah, it looks like we have to continue very cautious, even if we hit. So if we call and we make a straight, so a 4 makes a straight, for example, I guess then no folding anymore, right? Yeah. So we would call, and unfortunately we have no river sims, but yeah. So even if we bet and get check raised, we have to be extremely cautious, although our hand looks very strong. And yeah, not sure how aggressive he is, but he is definitely a recreational player. No clue. I guess often these guys have a 5 at least, sometimes a full house already, so I can't blame myself for just fooling the flop. What is this? Yeah, I guess I probably made many mistakes in this hand. So the first one might have been to open raise. Okay, we need to make this bigger. Okay. 9-9. Deuce is our hand. Yeah, we should only get involved if we are double suited. Yeah, and once this action happens, let's see if we should call. What happened? He called, he folded, he squeezes, and now we can only look into 9-9 deuce as the double suited version. Although there is also, seems like everything is calling. Why do I don't understand. I see single suited hands in there. So what? Did I looked incorrectly before? I thought that only 9-9 deuce double suited is an open. So this is very strange, very strange. Why we still see these single suited ones later. I don't get it. Anyways, so probably a bit spewy pre-flop, but once he 3-bets, yeah, I guess calling is fine. And yeah, I think it was like he 3-bets, I call, he shoves all in for like 5 BBs more, everyone calls, then I got this flop and I'm already pretty pissed because this guy is pretty tight. And yeah, I already had him on aces, but luckily he did not have aces. But let's figure out if our hand is still a fold on the flop. I mean, it could be. So we have this 9-9, no diamonds, no diamonds. No, even if he's just squeezing 5%, we still do well enough to get it in on this flop. Although we probably cannot assume that he's just blindly shoving with everything. But yeah, actually he probably shoves with almost everything that he got there. And also hands like ace, king, 10, jack and stuff is included. And against this we do very well. Against top set, which is probably like half his range, we all obviously do very badly. Against this hand we do okay. And yeah, he won where he had like almost no equity on the flop at all, but yeah. Yeah, whatever. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, so I guess this is an open, so let's just assume that this is an open. Let's now, oops, that's not correct. So raise, he re-raises, he folds, and it's on us. I wouldn't be surprised if our hand should be folded. King, 7, 10, check. Although probably a bit too connected to fold. Yeah, looks like with our hand we are not happy, but we still defend. Although, yeah, okay. Yeah, we are not happy. It's just a tiny bit better than folding, so calling is the way to go. And let's now analyze this in vision. So this is a single suit board. It's 8-7-4. Okay, 8-7-5 it is instead. And yeah, let's see. He should bet pot mainly, so let's have him bet the pot. And we have 10, Jack, 7, King. With hearts, we should get in. If we have no board interaction at all, we should fold. We got a backdoor spade locked, so yeah, so this one is also a fold, as it seems. So we should still fold, although we hit a decent flop with middle pair, nut gut shot, overcards. I thought that this would be a bit closer. Let's come up with a range. 8 diamond, 7 spade, 4 diamond. I think he probably is supposed to 3-bet like 9% or something. King, spade, 7 hearts, jack hearts, 10 hearts. Okay, if he's just blindly shoving everything, we got 40%. And how much do we need? We need to invest 46 in order to win 23 plus 46 multiplied 2, close the bracket. Wow. If he's blindly shoving everything, we barely have enough equity. No, I don't want to become famous. But I want to report you spam, malicious link, or bot account. Next. Attempts to scam, sending malicious links. Yep. Next. He is posting spam and or malicious links. Submit report. Close. Okay, after we dealt with this, let's now make him a little bit tighter, because he probably is, at least according to the stats. And then, yeah, nothing changes. Yeah, you probably also might check fold some hands that completely missed, so we probably have a bit less than 40%, and therefore still folding is probably the way to go. And yeah, this range is also a bit top heavy and not having this suited connector stuff in there as much as it should be in there, so he in reality hits a bit more. So yeah, I guess this is correct. We should still fold, although yeah, it's close. You don't make a big mistake if you stack off. Oh, that's interesting one too. So we have to use this one instead, because the positions are better here. I think we would all have to choose between button versus cutoff or UTG versus button, and here we can do the exact positions, at least I hope so. So he raises, re-raise, fold, 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 call, 755. Let's see if we got a better board here. Yes, so let's still use this one, because unfortunately we don't have the board in Poker Trainer. So this is button versus UTG, I suppose. It's single suited, it's 3-bet, 100 BB, yeah, and this one. So we should check most of the time. Let's see if our hand is a donk. It might be. We are donking some of the time. But looks like not our hand. So we check. And yeah, we can just face 33% bets, and yeah, I guess against this it's a lot easier to play. Yeah, so against this you should raise, and what if he moves in? I guess we get it in. So, but he's using a complete different sizing. Oh, let's also so we should we get it in with the don't get it. So, or is this not a re-raise? Yeah, we should just call. Then we don't have the nut flush draw. With the nut flush draw we re-raise. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, against pot, I wouldn't even re-raise with the nut flush draw. I would just call and see a turn, because when people pot these boards, they most of the time will not fold anymore. But there might be some rivers where they either give you a free card or where you can bluff. So yeah, our hand, yeah, should check raise with the nut flush draw with our version just call, but the bet size is also supposed to be a lot smaller. Another situation, this is button versus cutoff. We are on a straight board, 6, 4, 3, and yep, that's the situation. Cutoff should donk quite a lot here. That's interesting. Let's look into the hand classes he wants to do this with. I guess with straights and good drawing type hands. Some bluffs that block the continuing range of our opponent heavily. So yeah, 2 pair and flush draw, bottom pair and flush draw blocker. This is a bluff. Straight high flush draw, mid pair high flush draw, no pair, nut flush blocker, high flush draw, low flush draw set. So yeah, over pair, high flush draw, open and straight draw. What is checking? Set nut flush draw is checking. Yeah, so it's also some slow plays. Yeah, but yeah, makes sense. So, but in the hand it was check to us. Let's see what our hand is supposed to do. You have no flush draw and no backdoor flush draw. Top pair, low flush draw. With the nut flush draw, we should check some. With no interaction with the suits, we should bet 33%, and yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I think I was betting half pot. Yeah, my reasoning was that, yeah, pretty hard for him to do anything about this, and yeah, our hand just plays very bad if you check back. We at best want to end it right now. If you get check raised, I guess this is also fold, right? Yeah, call. No, it's not. But yes, but where is our hand? The one with no interaction with the board. Yeah. Okay. We are. My bad. Now we are talking. So we should fold with the with the vector flush draw and with our hand, and should get it in with our hand and a flush draw. Sorry, sometimes I click the wrong buttons. Ace, ace, king, jack. This one is also a bit tricky. 100 BB, 3-bet pot, rainbow board, small blind versus button, 10, 6, 4. So let's take this one instead. Ace, ace, king, jack. Yeah, a lot of potting. Yeah, I sort of thought this too. For some reason I did not push the pot button, but yeah, it's hard for him to have hit this one. And yeah, we just want the maximum protection and no light peels, and that's why potting is the way to go with almost all hands. Which ones are not potting? What is our one? Yeah, the ones that have no backdoor draws, sometimes just check. Okay, so pot is a way to go. And what if we get repotted? Probably not folding. Yep, we are not folding. Okay, next one. So my bet size sucked in this one. Is this a defend? That's a very good question. By the way, this is PLO2k, so big limits have been played today. Fold. Download. That's tough. Is this hand strong enough to defend or not? I am not sure, but probably not, I say. Yeah, it's not strong enough. I think I could still call it. Yeah, it's 0.11 BB mistake to do that. Okay, next one. Oh, this was very tough. Yeah, I think he raised, called, I call, or limp call, and I re-raise and both call. And on the flop I bet Sven Eagle calls and BMW re-raises, and we both call. Now on the turn he wants to pot again. I mean, our hand looks strong, but yeah, maybe it is not. 5 spades, king clubs, king diamonds, clubs. So our hand is king spades, 3 spades, 8 clubs, queen clubs. And let's just give him, yeah, we don't know what the exact preflop action was. But he probably doesn't have the absolute top hands. And let's say he does with a king and with 5-5. That's it. Against this we only have 40%, and it might easily be the case that he's even a bit stronger, because he check raised against 2 and now he bets pot against 2. So what if he's even stronger, if he has to have king 5, king 4, or ace king, or a king with clubs in order to do this? Then our equity drops to only 24%. And yeah, although our hand looks very good, it is very likely that it is not anymore. And keep in mind, there's also another guy behind that can also have us beat. So yeah, I folded, and yeah, he had a full house. So these are the type of laydowns which can improve your win rate a lot, and also not many people make these laydowns. At least I think so, but yeah, I obviously don't see what other people fold. This is insane. Yeah, I remember this one. Still unsure what to do. On the 13 hand, 14 hand to be exact, hand sample, he looks a bit crazy, but yeah, that's not a sample size. And yeah, let's look into this. This is this a 4-bet pot? I think so. It might be the case that I should not call pre-flop already, but we'll see. Button versus cutoff. Rainbow board. Ace King 9. Our hand is Ace 10. Jack 8. Oh, crap. So looks, are we a bit deeper? Yes, we are. So, but we cannot adjust for this. He should be potting the flop a lot. What if our hand faces a pot size bet? We should not fold anymore. Sick. So our hand has enough equity to continue with the guts so short, the backdoor flush draw, and top pair. That's surprising. But yeah, it could be the case. I was very unsure what to do here. Let's go back. What about a 25% bet? No, our hand should just get it in. Honestly, this seems quite spewy to me. Yeah, because if we are up against kings, ace king, or aces, our hand does not look too well. But we got 5 outs, so gotcha. So yep. Yeah, if you can have any other stuff enough of the time, this could be okay. Yeah, I chickened out in game. He was betting flop very small. I just called, and yeah, on the turn he ships it in, and yeah, I felt like Queen Jack now beats me, Ace King still beats me, Kings beat me, Aces beat me. Yeah, I could be drawing slim or dead, so I made the chicken move and folded. But how much do I need? 25% or something? Yes, 70. Yep, a bit more than 25%. Yeah, I guess it is fine, but yeah, I guess it's pretty borderline what you do here. Oh, that's a tough one too, so let's use this. So So he raises, fold, we re-raise, he folds, he calls, flop is 8, 6, 4 rainbow, 8, 6, we don't have it. Uh, 865 is a lot stronger, I would say. Well, whatever. Let's take this one. Let's see what we should do with ace, 10 deuce. Wouldn't be surprised if it's just a check fold. It is a check. He now should bet a ton. So, and if he bets ace, 10 deuce, then we should fold a lot. We got one backdoor flush draw. So we need to find a hand with one backdoor flush draw. I think these ones have two. This one has one, right? So one backdoor flush draw calls, but sometimes it's also folding. So yeah, this is a very close spot. Betting is not that Solar wants to do. Let's also look into this in vision, but we got to change the ranges a bit. So we are now small blind versus button. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, this is also close to real. No, it is not. I thought it is close to reality because this guy's relatively loose, but that's actually not the case. This is a bit. This is, yeah, not the best estimation for his range. So it's rainbow. Let's see if we get the exact board here. 8, 6, 4. Nice. This one is also a bit better for us because 5, 7 is a lot less likely, like as 7, 9. So yeah, keep this in mind. Again, we should check a lot. What hands are we betting with? Probably some random bluffs and good mate hands. Yeah, and yeah, all hand categories have, even the good ones have not that many bets. So yeah, we should check. And once we face a bet, we should continue quite a lot. Ace, ace, 10 deuce, does what? Calling with the backdoor nut flush draw. We're calling with the overpair and the backdoor nut flush draw or better, and then and otherwise folding. So that's a call. And if this now is what can it be? Deuce and diamonds. And then we check again. And yeah, he should use this sizing. most often. Overpair 2 backdoor flush draws fold. Overpair backdoor not flush draw. Overpair backdoor flush draw still calls some and even gets it in. Rarely. Yeah, also hard to judge why he's calling some of the combination and re-raises the other. Although, does it make sense that he wants to report this one? And what? So this is the same flush draw, but the same backdoor flush draw, but the weaker one. But this one is a fold. While if it's 10 deuce, he wants to pot. Yeah, very hard to find out which ones he now wants to go crazy with. If anybody knows, please let me know. That's a sick one. Is this? Yeah, let's get into this. It's a single raise pot. It is button versus big blind. And it is 10 jack 3, 10 jack 4. We'll do it. Big blind should check most of the time. And now it's a button with jack 10, 7. We have to change the bit. We have a 5, so we have a 4. Let's change that to a 5. What is a low flush draw? That's a low flush draw, and a high flush draw. Are the suits correct? No, they are not. Let's click here. Now the suit is still not as it should be. Can we click again? Cannot get the suit that we need. We got a 10 high flush draw. This way we cannot. Oh man, that's annoying. Yeah, let's change it this way. And yeah, he checks. He checks. What the fuck? Okay, he checked, and now we should bet with the jack high flush draw. Okay, we got a 10 high flush draw, but yeah, I guess this is fine. And yeah, he called. Turn is a king in spades, and now he should bet 75% sum. Which chance is he doing this with? Load. Straights probably. Oh, double flush draw probably. Bottom pair got shot. Okay. No pair flush blocker got shot. No pair, not flush draw, open and a straight draw. Set high flush draw, gut shot. Set bottom pair straight, not flush blocker. So straights are not the main hands that want to donk. Mid pair, not flush draw, open and a straight draw. Yeah, so the solver finds a lot of bluffs. Yeah, so let's see what Jack 10 7 5 now should do. Bottom 2 low flush draw. And we got a 10 high flush draw, so we probably should call. 2 flush draws, we should get it in. What? Heh? With the spade flush draw to a 10, we should call, and with the heart flush draw, we should fold most of the time. Why is that? Or was there any other difference between the ones too? Let's look into this. Call, call. So low flush draw, no good. But why are the spades continuing and the hearts not? I guess the reason for this is because if we got the hearts ourselves, it's less likely that our opponent had a flush draw on the turn already, and a backdoor flush draw is too weak to get to the turn with. And that's why we want to fold the front door flush draw, but not the backdoor flush draw, because when he called the flop with a flush draw, he has a lot more bluffing opportunities. So this actually makes sense, and we can find reasoning for this. Okay, yep, next one. Oh, this looks spewy. Let's look into this. Can we use this hand occasionally to 4-bet? Probably not, to be honest. This probably was just me deciding to spew a bit and lose 100 BB with a hand that is not supposed to lose that much pre-flop in this situation. But let's see. Yeah, this is a call but not a 3-bet. And how much worse is it to 3-bet this? Oh, it's way worse. What do we need to change in order to have a 3-bet with our hand? I think it's not good to have a king in the hand. Yeah, even with a 9 instead of a 5, this is still closer to a call. With a jack, it seems like this hand is not qualified at all to be 4-betting. Yeah, this was spewy. I think it's probably better to have like this one. I mean, it's still not a 4-bet, but it's less minus a V to 4-bet this. And if we make this a 7, can we then 4-bet? No, still not. An 8. No, a 9. Okay, it's not getting better than this. So we cannot 4-bet this one as well. 10 jack. 10 7. This is also not a 4-bet as it seems. 9. Okay, this hand also is messed up. Yeah, so our hand is not 4-betting at all. So that was spewy, but yeah, I can give you my reasoning. This guy is a little bit wild. Okay, I think I now got the word. He's wild from the button. 3-betting against this position 13%, and I was like, yeah, I got to punish this guy. And yeah, in reality he was punishing me with his aces. Easy game. And yeah, I felt like I got to call it off now, and I probably got the equity to do so, but I should not have 4-bet in the first place, so this was very stupid. Oh, that is an interesting one. I did go for the check call, but I'm not sure if that's correct. So 3-bet pot, rainbow board, small blind versus button. I mean, that's close enough. The board is a straight board, check 9-7. And yep, this should be deleted. And let's see what hands should be bet, but seems like this is a favorable board for us, and we want to bet quite a lot with a small sizing. Top 2 backdoor nut flush draw, top 2 backdoor nut flush draws, top 2 open and straight draw, no pair, backdoor nut flush draw, gut shot. Middle pair, gut shot. Yeah, so this is yeah, you can look at it yourself. This is a nice balanced range with bluffs and value hands. Top, bottom, gut shot. And okay, let's now find out if our hand is supposed to bet or check. 10. Our hand is checking the majority of the time. With a backdoor nut flush draw, we do the majority of the betting. With just a backdoor flush draw, we bet a bit less, and with just an overpair, we don't bet at all, or even less. So yeah, checking is fine, betting is fine. A bit more on the side of a check, so I guess this is played fine. And if we face a bet, he's betting bigger. But yeah, let's see. We should call. Yeah, I remember the hand. Turn was like a blank, and river was gave me the nuts. I checked and I checked again, and he was bluffing river again, and I raised, and he snap folded. So yeah, maybe extracted the maximum value out of it. Oh, that's interesting. We're also quite deep, but for 100 PB, I think this is most likely just betting pot and calling it off. So jack 6-7. Did him. Okay, that's also my fault. Jack 6-7 not available, so 7-5. Seems like it has to be 7-5 instead. So our hand has to be 5 king ace. 5 king ace. Okay. With the backdoor flush draw, potting is done mainly. Backdoor nut flush draw does even more potting. So yeah, it looks like this should be pot call. Oh no! The bear overpair still folds. But with a backdoor draw, we get in. Yeah, okay, that was the last hand I got prepared for you today. Let's now focus on some plays. Let's do some structured analysis and try to understand better what the GTO solution is for certain boards. So, which board do we want to analyze and with what positions? Let's do what is mainly happening. That's a good question. Let's go with one high card, 2 low cards or something today. Let's start with UTG versus button. Sounds good. 2 low cards, rainbow board. And 1 high card. So how drawy should it be? Let's go with the very unconnected stuff first. Yeah, we still want to bet quite big. I expected this to be a 50% bet only because yeah, the board is very dry. Raise, fold, raise. Oops, that's bullshit. Call, fold. Ace, 8. Deuce. Yeah, okay, he also wants to do the same thing. So yeah, 75% is used in the sims we got. So no 50%. Yeah, I expected that we would bet even more because on this board we got. Do we got the massive extra equity advantage? We definitely have all the aces, which he doesn't, but when it comes to top pairs, he might even be doing better. Let's load some hand categories. See what type of hands are betting here. So if we got nothing, we basically give up often. No pair, backdoor flush draw also gives up most of the time. Bottom pair is already betting quite polarized, trying to take it down, although I guess we don't have bottom pair that often. Top pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot, wants to bet, top and bottom, top pair nut flush draw, no pair, two backdoor flush draws. Yeah, we bet a lot, and yeah, also not much slow playing going on. Yeah, the sets also get bad most of the time. Let's not check for our opponent. Yeah, he has the range disadvantage, and that's why he's not betting that much. He should bet top two sets and the very strong ones. He should also do some bluffs with bottom and middle pair with a bit of backup. Bottom pair, no pair, bottom pair, top and bottom. Top and bottom is not played aggressively. Bottom two is also played passively. Bottom two. Top pair also. All these middling type hands. Play relatively passive. Yeah, we basically want to have the top two in sets where we bet almost always. I don't think playing slow with a set is too bad here, but seems like the solver thinks differently. Although, yeah, actually I think it's quite bad, because if the preflop aggressor checks to you, he probably has some sort of pot controlling hand with ace something, and yeah, you want to start building a pot. Let's look into this now. Okay, the king. What? The king we check almost always on a similar type board. Does our opponent has the equity advantage here? I can't imagine, but I guess with top sets we might have a small advantage, but with the other sets probably he has. And the advantage with the kings also isn't that bad. Position versus check. Yeah. This in general is played relatively passive. So this is definitely sick. I guess top set probably will be slow played a decent amount. Bottom pair, so that's our main bet. Bottom pair, 2 backdoor, flush draws and an open-ended straight draw. What? How can you have an open-ended straight draw? It's not an open-ended straight draw, my friend. Huh? I don't understand. This is not an open-ended straight draw for sure. Gut shot. Is this correct? This is correct. This is a gut shot with top 2. But what the fuck is this? Open-ended straight draw. Okay, it's a wrap actually. Understood. Yeah, sets don't bet that much. And yeah, especially the top set is slow played very often. I mean, I guess this makes sense, as it's very hard for your opponent to continue. You block top pair. Yeah, and on this board it's not much possible besides sets and top pair hands. Okay, but that is very surprising that on a king high rainbow, not to draw heavy board, the out of position player is supposed to check that much. Let's go back. No. Ah, sick. Fuck. Okay, let's just click random. I was trying to find out something else. I wanted to know if we should still continue to slow play our top set when we face a bet. What are our main raises? Set, backdoor flush draw. Which set is it? King eyes. Top 2 sets. So looks like once we checked with a good hand, we often want to get money in now. Although you can see King still continues to slow play 1/3 of the time, and the rest it's just re-raising. And the ones that slow play are the ones that need the least protection, so the ones that are very strong, that have a gut shot 2 and backdoor flush draws. They want to call, and just the dry sets or the sets with less backup want to raise. Yeah, I mean, if you have the gut shot 2, I mean, there are not many cards your opponent can still have, which he wants to continue, so makes sense. Okay. That is quite sick. Let's change the board once more. Queen 8-4, Queen 7-3, Queen 8, Queen 7-4. Which one do we choose? Let's take this one. Again, a lot of checking. We have the range disadvantage here. We might. I mean, many queens get folded here, and he can call. Can he call more queens against UDG? I don't know. Overpair, 2 backdoor flush draws, gut shot. No pair, gut shot. Sets, check a lot. Top 2, middle pair, set, back flush. Overpair, top 2. Top 2 check most of the time? Why is that? I guess that's a board where it's very hard to fire multiple streets. So that's why we check a lot, and to not be exploitable you also have to check a lot of strong hands. He's betting a lot. If he's betting, which hands should we re-raise? We fold quite a bit. Top 2. Top 2 just call. Bottom 2 with a lot of backup, just call. Pair calls. Mid pair, big one, forgot shot, over pair, 2 backdoor. Let's find hands that have some more raises. Middle pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. Bottom pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. Bottom 2, backdoor flush draw. Set. Not that often. Top pair, 2 backdoor flush draws, raise a lot. Sets, backdoor flush draw, raise. Top pair, 2 backdoor flush draws, and gut shot seem to be the main re-raising hand. But this hand also sucks a bit once you get another raise, right? Top pair, backdoor nut flush draw, open and straight draw. I think these hands might then get it in. Top two backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw, probably. Okay, let's see. We re-raise and then got shoved on more or less. We still fold a lot, but yeah, let's see. Calling also is strange because we have like nothing left then. But okay. Overpair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. What? What? Overpair, backdoor flush draw, gut shots. Seems not to fold. Bottom pair, backdoor flush draw, open and straight draw. Not folding. Top pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. Yeah, as I said, these hands. Down fold. Top and bottom, backdoor, not flush draw. Top, bottom, backdoor, flush draw. Set. Okay, sets. Bottom two, open and straight draw. Set. So what are the ones that still fold? Top pair, two backdoor flush draws. Over pair, backdoor nut flush draw. Feels a bit strange that we turn like kings with a flush draw, whatever it is. With a backdoor flush draw into a bluff. Okay. Okay, then we got the queen cover too. Ace now wants to be all in. This seems suicidal. Okay, what are we folding? Ace, queen with a backdoor flush. Now this one folds. Some. Top pair, backdoor. Bottom pair, two backdoor flush draws, gut shot. Middle pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. Bottom two backdoor flush draws. Bottom two, gut shot. Middle pair. So he turns some hands into bluffs which you wouldn't expect to. And he's stacking off with some stuff that also is unintuitive. Or yeah, like over pairs, backdoor not flush draw, or top pair, two backdoor flush draws. He sometimes wants to continue. Top pair, two backdoor flush draws. Okay, that seems strong. Over pair OSD. Okay, that makes sense too. What else seems strange? Yeah, middle pair, backdoor flush draw, open and straight draw. Are these in reality reps? Yeah, okay, that are reps. So although that's not. So he wants to raise and then not fold anymore with an open and straight draw and a 7. Yeah, I think this seems a bit suicidal against most, because most humans will not find enough bluffs, especially not when 3-betting the flop. Most humans will not be not having that many light re-raises. So what hand is he doing this with? So top 2 with backup, bottom 2 backdoor flush draws, open straight draw. Okay, that makes sense. Top 2 backdoor flush draw, top 2 open and straight draw, middle pair open and straight draw. Yeah, okay, these are hands you wouldn't put in there for most humans. Middle pair open and straight draw, over pair open and straight draw. I'm not sure if that over pair with open and straight draw is played bad 3-bet. Okay. Is Jack also a high card? I guess. Let's go with Jack 4-3. It's also quite dry. I guess we check a bunch again. Yep. And yeah, he in position player most of the time is betting like 50% of his hands, and so middle pair. So an open and straight draw is check calling flop. This is really an open and straight draw. Is it better? Yeah, it is better, way better. Although no, that's but these are raises. This is better, and also raising some. Yeah, it also has a pair with it, so yeah. Bottom 2 backdoor, not flush draw. Bottom pair 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw. Bottom pair gut shot. It's played very aggressively. So this is like ace, deuce, no, yeah, ace, 5, 3, or something. Middle pair 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw. I guess this one also is not folding anymore. Later. Yeah, this or these are also reps some. Yeah, many of these are reps. So these are the main raises. Set old pair. Okay. Is the 10 still a high card or not? Let's say this. So the last board we need to check on, I guess again. This is also played relatively passive, but a lot less. So the ace high board was played very aggressive and all the other ones were not. And this is one that is played the second most aggressive in terms of continuation betting. Probably because we might have more overpairs this time than on all other boards, and then some of these bets, yeah, we might get the bet number up a bit. Bottom pair to bottom two, middle pair. Wie soll das gehen? Mid pair, open and straight draw is not possible, so it has to be like 3. So he has to have the inside wrap too, right? I mean, what is this middle pair? This is not. This doesn't have an open and straight draw. Which one has an open and straight draw? So far none. This is the inside wrap. So these inside wraps want to bet. Okay, understood. I guess middle pair. So what middle pairs want to bet? The ones with backup. To which one to check? Okay. What is the in position player doing here? He is also like almost always betting about 50% of the time. I guess it will also be the same range as last time with some bets, some checks, and yeah, pretty balanced. Some, yeah, this is how the solvers construct ranges. Yeah, usually do a good job doing so. Let's now look into UTG versus Big Blind and start off with this one again. The pre-flop aggressor is in position. It has a huge advantage here, so he is checking 100% basically, and we bet only 60%. Thought this should be more. Okay. So this again will be a good balanced approach, I guess. Top and bottom again will be checked often. No pair. Not betting always. Top and bottom with backdoor bets a bit more. Top and bottom with backdoor flush draw. Okay. No pair, backdoor flush draw, gut shot. No pair, two backdoor flush draws, gut shot. Okay. Mid pair, interestingly, wants to bet quite a lot. So these ones check more often. Can we see a pattern here? Top pair bets most of the time. Sets and the very strong stuff also bets mainly. What about King A deuce? Again, checking a lot. Oh, what? Shit. 40 didn't accept the first click, so I clicked one time too much. So let's go back. In general, GTO has a relative passive approach to these boards, as it seems. So here the big blind is already getting a bit more active, donking quite a lot, and UTG is also checking back a lot. So what hands is he donking with? Almost 30%. I guess these gut shot type hands that cannot continue otherwise, but might get hands with a lot of equity to fold. Top, bottom, top, bottom. Set. Mid pair, 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draws. So this is really an open and straight draw? No, it's way better. And it's even getting checked really often. So yeah, the open and straight draws are getting bet, and the rep probably gets check raised. I suspect that many of these donks also continue, although it really hurts when you got to continue with some of the stuff. So mid pair with open and straight draw possibly will most likely continue. But let's find out. Top pair, 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw. Gets it in, okay. Bottom 2, backdoor flush draw, open and straight draw, gets it in. Okay, interesting. These also have 2 vector flush draws, right? Bottom 2 vector flush draw. Bottom 2 open and straight draw. Now wants to get it in. Top pair, vector not flush draw. Open and straight draw. Yeah, wants to get it in. I think that makes sense. As I did analysis back in the day with ProPoker tools, I also found out that these hands are doing surprisingly well against the stack of ranges of your opponents. I mean, take ace queen 5-6 for example. If your opponent has queen 7, you have the open ender, you have an ace as well that you can hit and the backdoor flush draw. And if your opponent, for example, has a straight draw, you often dominate his hand because you've got top pair as well, and some straights that come in will just give him a split pot. Yeah, I mean, even against the set, you still have your open ender and the backdoor flush draw. Top pair, backdoor not flush draw, gut shot. We call the raise. We're not getting it in, although some do. This is very marginal. Queen, ace queen 5-3. This seems not good against most, I would say. Because with this hand, against like top 2 or something, you don't do that well. Because if you hit a 5 or 3, that's not helping. If you hit an ace, that's helping some of the time. But yeah, this looks weak. Yeah, this is better because we got 2 backdoor flush draws too. What is this? Yeah, this at least you got an. I like this hand more than the 5-3 because you could have hit an 8, and sometimes the 8 is good. Over pair 2 backdoor flush draws, good shot. Get it in. Yeah, get it in. This is another example where you can dominate other draws. Yeah, they need to make the hand and you don't, and you win if it bricks. Hi Georgie. Pair, backdoor not flush draw, good shot. What about the mid pair? We had a mid pair in there too. Bottom 2 backdoor not flush draw. Yeah, bottom 2 backdoor. Top pair, 2 backdoor flush draws. There's the mid pair. The open ender. Mid pair gut shot is here. Mid pair. I search for mid pair. Let's mid pair. Mid pair, 2 backdoor flush draws, open and straight draw gets it in. Mid pair, backdoor nut flush draw, open and straight draw gets it in. Mid pair, open ended straight draw also gets it in quite often. Okay, if we have no board interaction, we still fold. although or very little board interactions. Blocking the backdoor nut flush draw only once when we fold. We call when, although I don't see much difference between the 6 in spades and the 6 in hearts. For some reason the solver does, and yeah, I think we can memorize that he doesn't want to fold. I mean, he could just make this a call too. What is here? Okay, that's a wrap, so makes sense to get it in. Yeah, I also downplay that much high stakes. I also wonder why is the screen frozen or is just the camera frozen? It looks like just the camera is frozen. I usually play all games on stars, but usually they just have PLO 100, PLO 200, so I play this mainly, and if higher games are going, I play this too. But yeah, live streaming is yeah, let's say a painful experience, more or less, because yeah, you can't interact with your viewers. This is because you have to put on a delay. Oh, the camera is working again. You have to put on a delay, and yeah, when you got the delay in and people have questions, these questions come in with a delay of like 3 or 5 minutes, and yeah, then this sucks, obviously. And yeah, you if they ask about hands, you cannot answer it. And also I find it quite distracting. I mean, usually I play 2 games Zoom and 2 games, what do I play, and 4 other regular tables, and yeah, this is already quite challenging, and if you have to talk while doing so, yeah, this probably would not work out. But yeah, I could cut down on the tables and just play 4 regular ones, and then it probably would work out. I think it might be a good format to record a live session and then replay it, and yeah, make the commentary later, and then you can also talk to your audience as well. But yeah, also not sure if it's worth it doing so, because yeah, you give away a lot. Like, many of the regulars might watch this and maybe they can analyze it very deeply and find timing tells and stuff. And yeah, and I don't have any viewership, or at least the viewership is very, very small, and yeah, I don't quite get it. I mean, if people want to learn PLO, probably mine is the best stream. I mean, it's often a bit dry and stuff, but yeah, I mean, that's how it is when you want to get very good in a game. Yeah, definitely. I mean, many people just want entertainment purpose, and they are not here to learn poker. They just want to see big pots and people who sweat, and yeah, but yeah, it's also, I mean, yeah, it will definitely, I mean, it can go both ways. My focus can be driven away, but it could also be that I try to focus even harder and make less mistakes. Today, for example, I made some stupid things, and yeah, this was also, I was not focused, and maybe if I'm streaming and when I think, yeah, okay, many people watching me and I have to do my best, then it might be better. But you definitely have to play less tables. And yeah, I watched, how is it he pronounced, Suaplex yesterday, and yeah, his stream got a lot better. I mean, in the beginning, I was like, I turned on his stream and I was like, whoa, this is just bad. And I had to, I listened like 2 minutes and then turned off. And yesterday I found it quite entertaining, but yeah, he's not explaining that much, so you don't learn that much. But he has good music. I like the style of music he has. I mean, these are all copyright infringements, but yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, but with the music and stuff, it's quite entertaining. And he also used some special effects. It looked like he had a helmet on his head, but yeah, this was just virtually added about his head. No idea how you do that, but he also has this, like he was going to a war, these things in his like makeup in his on his face. I think also he probably didn't have it on, but this was done somehow. I mean, it's like the green screen, but you cannot see my background, and he has put stuff over his face. So this was, yeah, nice special effects, and yeah, I like the music, and yeah, he also is entertaining, I would say. Together with the music and some high stakes, it's probably more fun to watch than my streams. But yeah, what will you do? What can you do? Yeah, I might do. I recorded some sessions already. I could look into them later or on stream. It's also good from time to time to record a complete session from you and then look at it afterwards. You find some stupid stuff you are doing which you never expected you would do, like opening stuff or like being on autopilot, just doing some stupid 3-bets or instant calling 3-bets that you should never have called. Or also doing folds that you should not, when you are just autopiloting, folding too much on the button, for example. Or today I caught myself folding like double pairs, not even looking close enough, just snap clicking fold, and yeah, I was like, oh, this was a double pair, shit. Yeah, might be the case. Yeah, but live sessions are very tiring. It's also like, I have a bad schedule, to be honest. It's bad for poker, and it's also bad for streaming, because in the afternoon or probably a lot more people would watch. Maybe even the review sessions, but yeah, not sure. But yeah, from my daily schedule, it's very hard to stream other times than the one I do. So let's switch. I mean, what did we learn from this? Okay, Jack 8 is probably not the best example. Let's take this one. Are you which stakes do you play? I'm not even sure if it's that much different than you play PLO50 or PLO200. Why is this taking so long? Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't play it PLO50 or PLO25 ever, I think. I mean, back in the day I started at PLO20k or something, when the game seemed good, and yeah, when I was grinding a lot of mid stakes and also played high stakes. But I think that the first time I played Putnam in Omaha, it was like PLO20k on Betfair. if I remember correctly, I also didn't want it to play, but some friends of mine knew that I at least have a basic understanding from PLO, and there was a fish, or a supposedly fish, and they said, yeah, let's play. We all take a piece, and then yeah, like 4 people had a piece, so that everyone was playing PLO 5k, and then we played 20k on Betfair with only a basic understanding of the game. Betfair nowadays is PokerStars, right? I'm not from Austria, but I'm now living in Austria. So in Austria, Stars still works fine, but there's some regulation planned, and they want to do it similar to the one in Germany, and probably this is coming in autumn. So it might be the case that all the Germans now living in Austria to play poker will not be able to do so in the future. But in Germany you can still play it, but yeah, you have a lot of disadvantages. Only 4 tables, and you cannot table or seat select. So you just can choose, for example, I want to play PLO 100, and then you get randomly seated at a table, and yeah, you cannot table or seat select. So that's very annoying, especially because the rest of the player pool still can. Only Germans are not allowed to anymore. So yeah, that's just stupid. This is also a wrong position. UTG versus big blind, that's the correct one. And this is also rainbow. Oh, are there any details out there about the reset? Okay, let's now also look in the 10 high board. I think Betfair also closed down for Austria already, yeah, before the regulation, to make sure that they don't do anything that they might regret later, or that they get into trouble. Yeah, looks like. Or they all have to go to these shady, unregulated sites like Chico Network and what is it called? America's Card Room. Yeah, I think you probably can also use some tricks and still be able to play from the country you are living in at the moment. I know, for example, for Stars, you have to roll back the software all the time, and if you do so, you can still play like it was used to back in the day, and don't have all these restrictions, but you have to have an old installer and roll back all the time, and then you can still play with table and seat selection. And yeah, there are also some other tricks. For example, if you want to play on GG from Germany, you can have an affiliate account. So I don't know how it exactly works, because I don't have an affiliate account, because I don't use GG, but I know it's possible for Germany that the affiliate makes an account for you. This account never has to be, what is it called? You never have to do the verification process, basically. And yeah, all the payments would go through the affiliate, and yeah, then basically the affiliate has to ship you money when you want to cash out, or if you want to cash in, you have to ship it to him, and then he puts it on your account, and then you could say you are from whatever country you want to be from. use a VPN and then you will be fine. But yeah. Yeah, GG, you also can only play 4 tables and no table and seat selection anymore, so that's annoying. And all other people probably can still do. I don't know, as I didn't open the software a long time ago. But yeah, that's a huge disadvantage, especially if you want to play higher stakes. You want to be able to choose the best seat and the best games. And yeah, with the trick I just mentioned to you, you would still be able to do so. It's not accepting players. Okay, what the fuck is VBet? Never heard of it. Yeah, you can also get in all these juicy private games on what is it called, on this poker apps, but yeah, I never did it. I might do it when I get into a good pool, but yeah, it's kind of shady, to be honest. I mean, you have additional risks because the organizer can run with the money, or the organizer might let the whales play on credit, the whales lose it all, and then the whale refuses to pay, and then not much money, so not enough money is left, and people will not get paid. And yeah, the organizer can just die or something, and then the money is gone as well, I assume. And yeah, collusion obviously is way more easy on these apps. And the main issue, or one of the other main issues, is that they often charge insane amounts of rake. And yeah, if they charge that much rake, the people have to be very, very bad. I mean, it's often like 5% rake, and the rake is kept at 3.5 BB or something. And if you play 2K, this is even more insanely expensive than on GG. I never paid in any of my own money. I saw an advertisement, I think, from Poker Strategy, or I watched some poker stream on a TV show where Dominic Kofert, the founder of Poker Strategy, was in an interview, and he said that you can get $50 for free on Poker Strategy. And yeah, then I went there, learned poker from their site. Back in the day, it was also way better, and you had also a lot of benefits. You could get black member status. You were invited to parties. You learned. On these parties, you met with all the other grinders. You get very good connections in poker community and stuff. So yeah, that was great time. I mean, actually, it probably wasn't worth it because they probably earned more than $1 million from my rake. I mean, Poker Strategy. And if I would have played with rakeback, and back in the day you were able to have a lot more rakeback than nowadays, I probably would have done way better. But yeah, it was still fun to play over Poker Strategy and have all their content available. But yeah, nowadays Poker Strategy is just shit. They removed all the benefits. Yeah, no black member status anymore, no parties. You don't get free vacation anymore. They just want your rake. So yeah, it's basically bullshit, and the forum is also dead. Yeah, so that is not worth it anymore. But I guess you probably can still get $50 for free. So if you just want to try poker, just choose a site which you will never use again in the future and just test it for $50. So yeah, that was my story, how I got into poker. And I also almost busted it all. I mean, back in the day, you could only play fixed limit. I mean, Poker Strategy was teaching you fixed limit, no limit hold'em. And yeah, in fixed limit, I run it up to like $150, and then no beginner tables anymore. And the smallest limit was 1-2, or was it 50 cent, $1? I don't know anymore, but I lost almost all my money. having only $5 left in my account. Then I was like, ah, fuck it. Fixed limit is stupid. I have to play no limit hold'em. And when I built up the entire bankroll I got today from $5 on no limit, starting on no limit 5. I was also lucky they introduced the no limit microstacks at that time, and yeah, when I never looked back and won very much, going up from the smallest limit up to PLO 100k and NL 100k, the biggest I ever played. So yeah, that was a fun journey, but yeah, doubt that it is still possible nowadays, where the games are much tougher and you don't have that great action anymore. But yeah, that was definitely fun. And yeah, without poker strategy, I probably would have never started with poker. But yeah, nowadays I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. No, not really. Only no limit, a cash game all the time. Turn ace, I probably played like 10-15 tournaments in my whole life, and yeah, never did very well, and I also never enjoyed it. I hate it because yeah, you never can stop when you want to, and you often sit for like many hours, and then you bust maybe just before the bubble and stuff. So yeah, I hate tournament poker, but it's probably still or it might be the most profitable way to play poker at the moment. So no tourneys for me. But I think if you want to build a bankroll nowadays, it's probably best to build with low and micro-stacked tourneys, because the rake probably is less expensive than playing cash games. But yeah, if you have a bit of money and already on an okay level, it's probably best to start not lower than NL or PLO 100. And that's my take, but I also cannot not judge very well, because I never moved down again. So, do we need to do more boards? Actually we do. Let's look into this one. Rainbow, 100 BB, single raise pot. Ace 7, Ace 8 deuce we took, I think. Okay, even this one is played relatively passive. And what does the button do? The button checks even more, so he has the ace advantage. Okay, let's look into the king high 1-2. I mean, if you look into these dry 1 high card, 2 low card boards, it's pretty sick. On the ace high boards, there's an exception, because on these the aggressor most of the time gets to continuation bet, but in all other cases, out of position, you play very passively even when you are the aggressor. I mean, I knew that you should play more passive out of position, but I didn't knew that you should play that passive, because I never looked into that in great detail. But as I do now, yeah, as you can see, Queen 7-3 with these positions, you should check almost always, and he probably attacks with like 50%. So yeah, it's always the same pattern. You don't want to bet, and he bets with about 50%. At least he should bet with this frequency. Any of you played any tournaments, or do you play tournaments? I think the Sunday tournaments are probably very profitable to play, but yeah, I hate it. And I also want to have a normal day-night rhythm and don't want to change all the time. I usually have the same schedule like normal people and go to bed like at 10 or 11 o'clock, so it's very hard for me to play these tourneys all night long. Yeah, I mean it's just not my my way to play poker, I guess. And back in the day, I think it was also way better to just grind cash games, and now I'm not sure anymore. So the 10 high board is the one that we get to continuation bet the most if you exclude the ace high boards. And yeah, this is again 50% getting bet. Is there any other position we missed and we still want to look into? Blind versus blind, but I guess it's probably not changing too much. Yeah, but if the field is very big, you can also score really big. Winamax also has bigger fees, right? I played a bit of PLO there, but for some reason I stopped. Not sure why. I think it was just because, yeah, I mean, most of the time it was not worth it. I had just PLO 400 or higher I wanted to play, and it was almost never running. Oh, king high board. Here we bet a bit more. Oh fuck, I clicked one time too much. Back. I probably should also take notes and don't just click and look at the frequencies. Yeah. GG Rush and GG Cash PLO. Yeah, Rush. I'm not sure if Rush makes that much sense, but it could. And yeah, there you also don't have a built-in disadvantage if you come from Germany. But in general, in my experience, the fast tables are less profitable when you would play regular tables. Blind versus blinds, I also have some findings already. Seems like here the preflop aggressor can see it a bit more. And yeah, this also makes a lot of sense because the big blind is defending so wide, and the big blind also is not attacking if checked to that often than in all other situations. Okay, what is your job? I mean, I think Corona can take some more time, especially in Germany, where the vaccines get you. I mean, what is the percentage of people vaccinated in Germany? Like 10% maybe, and other countries have 50% already. So the organization of this thing is so fucking terrible in Germany. Mechanical engineer. What is this? Is this machine? Is this Maschinenbau? I guess it is. Yeah. Yeah, but if you get to be an engineer, this is always great. I think you probably also can find a job even in Corona days. I mean, the industry is not stopping, only the stores are closed. All the people still have to go to work. I mean, I think despite the lockdown and all the Corona restrictions and stuff, in the last quarter of 2020 and also this quarter, the economy was growing, and this is only possible because, yeah, the restrictions are not as big as you think. It's just for your personal life, and you cannot go do sports, meet people anymore, but you can go to work and meet 100 people there. That's no problem. They want to have the economy running still. So which position is it? So here he bets more, but yeah, that's also a 10. The 10 is not that good for his range, so he can attack this board more than the others. I mean, it was, I studied economics, and yeah, I planned to work in this field, but let's say I was searching jobs, but not that hardcore. I wrote some, how was it, is it even called? Yeah, I tried to get jobs, applied for some, but none took me, or yeah, I was invited to some assessment centers and stuff, but yeah, poker was going better and better, and at some point I just realized that it's way more profitable to play poker, and it's also more fun, and then I just stopped searching for a job and was playing poker instead. But I think that's not necessarily true now. I mean, I probably can make a few K each month in EV, but yeah, that's not that much better than working a normal 9 to 7 job. Is it 9 to 7? 9 to 5 it's called. Yeah, it's hard. You should have had internships and stuff, and what is it even called? Is it internship? Yeah, it's internship. So yeah, you have to do internships or work the first year for free and stuff in order for companies to take you and give you a job. Okay, then my problem was that I wanted to be controller, and therefore you need to have experience in SAP R something, some stupid program that probably very easy to figure out, but I never made the course, and I couldn't make it once I was finished studying, and this was the main thing why no company wanted to hire me. But yeah, in hindsight, this was beneficial and good for me. What else? We could look into this thing for 3-bet pots as well, so I guess this makes sense. So 3-bet pot, let's start with button versus UTG, and I guess now the 3-better will have a huge advantage, and probably will c-bet always, and yeah, c-bet 99%, and he check always, and he bets almost always. So that was kind of obvious. If you change it to small blind versus UTG, not much should be changing. Here something could change. Here we could also do some other boards. Yeah, but yeah, I was stupid back then. I could have taken a course in university, but after I had my my master, then I could not do the course anymore. So yeah, king high also. We should also continuation bet a lot. What about? I think these boards in general, the dry boards with a one high card, you will put a lot of pressure on your opponents if you are the three better. Although queen high is already getting worse. What about jack high? I think maybe let's go with this one. Again, the non-aggressor checks almost always, and yeah. So king and ace high are the ones where you should put the most pressure on. Yeah, and usually it's also that way. Even if you probably can learn the skills very fast, they will not give you a chance. They will just say, okay, we got another guy who already has these experiences, so let's just take him. Oh, the 10 high board is almost as heavily attacked than the ace high one. That's yeah, a bit unexpected. SB UTG is not that different. Let's button that could be interesting too. Ace high board. Yeah, and now, although the corona bullshit gets annoying now, I think. I mean, I'm a nerd. I sit a lot in front of my computer, but these restrictions are not at some point starting to go on your nerves. And yeah, now it's a year already, and yeah, it's annoying. So checking a lot on this ace high board, 28%. Are you still happy with your decision to quit your job? Okay, king high is already checked back a lot. What about the queen high one? Which one do we take? Let's... Sure thing, I did, yeah. You probably also do better financially wise, right? What's this? He checks always. And queen high is attacked more often than king high. I guess this is because the cutoff can have more king-king? It might be. Yeah, I think you are the one who also did well with cryptos, right? So if you made a wise decision in this field, you probably don't have to work anymore. Many poker players I now got very lucky in the crypto field, and now have a windfall, and yeah, don't really need to worry that much more financially. So 10 high is better than jack high in terms of attacking it. What happens in this scenario? A lot of checking, and he should check back a lot, and he is betting a lot. What about the king high boards? Should go down, but no, it's not going down at all. The betting frequency. What about queen high boards? Oh, seems like none of this makes a difference. Good money, but tired of politics and incompetent managers. Okay. Yeah, it also depends on your personality type, I think. Some people love to have a boss and get a fixed income, and I also hear from many people who are like working 40 hours a week or something, at least on paper, and in reality it's like 20 hours, and yeah, they love this kind of lifestyle. Not having to do too much, chilling in the bureau, meeting some colleagues. So yeah, I guess it also depends on what you want in life and stuff. So jack high is also bet a lot, but now the button also, when check 2 has a lot of incentive to attack. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. We need the 10 high board before we can move on. So you should play very aggressively and c-bet almost always if it's blind versus button. Yeah, the only real, I had 2 real jobs in my life, if you want to call it real. One was packing packages for later delivery. This was a very bad job, very badly paid, minimum wage, and very hard job, very annoying. So this was between my studies and school. And then I also had, yeah, what is it called? I don't even know the word. I mean, you had to choose if you want to go to military, and instead you could also do something else, but you had to do, what was it, 10 months or something, 10 months for the society, more or less. And yeah, I did what is called Zivildienst, and that's the one that's not going to a military. And yeah, when I worked at the Johanniter, and yeah, I had to bring food to old people, had to do, what is it even called? Let's see what the translation for this is. I mean, that's probably, yeah, house emergency call. I mean, they had like a thing where they could click when they had a problem, like they fall down or had a heart attack or any sort of problems. They could click and talk to a guy on the phone, and then they send the Zivildienstleistenden to check out on them. That was also, or yeah, some other shitty things also. Go to old people, clean up for them, go shopping for them and stuff. Yeah, this was quite annoying, this job, but yeah, I did my duty. And yeah, two years later or something, people didn't have to do it anymore. Yeah, but that's how it goes, I guess. So yeah, now blind versus blind. It remains to be, what is it? Spannend. What is the word for spannend? It's tension is not correct. Exciting. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, yeah, let's look into blind versus blind on these high card dry boards and then finish the session. Yeah, exciting. I mean, my passive, again the word is missing. my passive vocabulary is a lot better than the active one. It's way easier to understand everything, even when you watch a movie or something. But when you have to speak yourself, you often just miss the words. But it's getting better since I stream, so that's a positive benefit I get from it. Although this is not that rewarding financially or in terms of viewers. So let's look into this one. I guess we check almost always. What is PLO2k? Never heard of it. PLO2k, never heard of it. Is it something I should check out? So okay, this is again a lot of bets. PLO2k. PLO2k. Not sure what it is. PLO2k introduction. Okay, there's a YouTube video about it. I also don't know what PLO matrix is. Maybe I'm too incompetent to do streams. I don't know what it is. Can you send a link or something? But I would look into it. Just use Pro Poker Tools and PLO Trainer. So this is also bet a lot. Queen high board. More checking, makes sense. And now the betting frequency already goes down on the queen high board. What about the jack high one? Okay, he checks to him like always, and betting frequency goes up again. Ah, this is something from PLO solver. Okay, thanks for the link. Let's look into this. Range Explorer 4. Range versus range. The A stands for one computer, can be moved from computer to computer within reasonable limits. 300 euro. Is it a one-time amount you got to pay? This might be interesting. I use this one, Pro Poker Tools Odds Oracle. I think this is only like $100 or something. I mean, I think it was even more cheap, but it might be. Is it like Poker Juice? Someone remembers this program. Is this still a thing, or did the solver kill it? Whoppa! Dropped the mic. I hope this wasn't too loud for you. What are the advantages from PLO Calc compared to ProPoker Tools Odds Oracle? I mean, Odds Oracle is like a complete beast. It has like every single game. When you want to get good in res or PLO high-low or PLO 6 card, you can do all that with this program. Ah, okay. So Flopzilla. So is it also more easy to calibrate ranges? So can you say put in top two, put in all 2 pairs, put in all gut shots and stuff? I think this was also in Poker Juice, but it was more easy than in Pro Poker Tools. Poker is this still a thing? I wonder. It seems like it is. Is it still as expensive as it was? No, it's. I think it was when it first came up. It cost like. What was it? It was expensive. 300 or even more a year, and now it's 19 euros per month, as it seems. I also have a desktop version. Whatever. I mean, it's probably like a Poker Juice, right? I think I had Poker Juice tested for like 1 month. I think it was sort of okay. So this one gets also less attacked. It's not like can you test it? Have you a test period for like a few days? Yeah, we'll definitely. I think all these streamers just always talk about solvers, but I think that's probably not the only, or the not. I mean, it's a good way, but using this against fish who have odd ranges might be very helpful. Can you also put in ranges from the solvers in PLO Calc and then get a nice visualization? Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I will. Unfortunately, I got to go now, but yeah. I think we learned a few things. I think the hand review was okay-ish, and now we looked into these boards. And yeah, what are the takeaways? I think the takeaways are, especially when out of position, when you are the preflop aggressor against. I think that's. Did we check this out? No, we did not. This one we missed. Let's take a brief look, a very short look into this. So this, it's a check. No, it's a bet. Okay. On a king high, it's also bet almost always. On a queen high, seems like it's not changing that much. Yeah, it's not changing at all, to be honest. So it seems not to matter if you are 3-betting UTG or the button. So yeah, in 3-bet pots on these dry 1 high card, 2 low card dry boards, then you play very aggressively when out of position as preflop aggressor. And yeah, what else do we take away? Yeah, the ASI boards you have the biggest advantage on. And did we learn something more? Not really, I think. So I think the things we got from this are limited. I think as a baseline it makes sense to rely on this stuff, but yeah, in general I also often go back to ProPoker tools, or maybe this in the future if it's good. But as I said, I really need to run now. Thanks for watching. I wish you good luck at the tables. Bye until next time.